I'm here in the Russian exhibit with Alexandra Nikulina, and I'm very excited to talk about these quilts because I'm going to Russia in September, and I'll be meeting up with this group of people there. So all of the quilts in this exhibit are by Alexandra, and I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about this beautiful red and white quilt behind us.
In this particular piece you can see the Russian marriage, and you can see the bride and bridegroom. We use the red color as symbolic for Russians that goes for marriage. And also the dresses and all the ornaments you can find in both bridal gown and for the bride bridegroom. We tried to use all the ornaments we could find in the Russian Ethnographic Museum.
I would like to go to that museum when I'm in Moscow. And you wanted to tell us about the crosses in the corner here, the symbology of the red and white cross.
This is a very particular ornament that is used in a bridal gown during the marriage feast, and that is symbolic for the field being sown. That will be like a wish for the newlyweds to have many kids. To be fruitful.
Yes.
And you can see this ornament to be used all over this piece, and it still bears that same meaning, wish for the newlyweds to be fruitful.
Well, let's go take a look at the next quilt. Alexandra, I love this piece with all the different fabrics and all the colors. Can you tell us about this piece?
This particular piece is the old calendar, old Russian calendar with all the seasons depicted.
Different colors represent different seasons.
That's absolutely right. All the colors go really for seasons, and for example blue for winter and lighter blue for springtime. And you see also all the words that are written there are old Russian names for months.
Okay. So how many different fabrics are in this quilt?
Very many. For every season I used 28 shades of cotton fabric.
Wow. So you've been collecting for a long time.
You're right. They include very old fabrics as well.
Maybe that's why I can see how special this is. Thank you. So this is a very interesting piece. It's a series of 4 quilts, correct?
This particular series consists of 4 works, and the title of it is Dancing Continents, and each quilt is it goes for one continent.
Well, this piece reminds me of winter, and of course Russia is very famous for your deep winters.
That's absolutely right. The title of this quilt is Dancing in White, but it's dedicated to Antarctic.
So tell me what the other quilts represent, what other continents they represent. The red and the black quilt, for instance.
The red quilt is dedicated to South America. The title of it is Dangerous Samba. The black quilt is dedicated to Africa. For me, Africa associates with the tribal dances and rituals of the people there.
Beautiful. And what about this quilt behind us, the blue quilt?
This particular blue quilt is dedicated to Europe, and the title is The Blue Danube Waltz. And it's dedicated to the very well-known song or musical piece, The Blue Danube.
Yes, one of my favorite pieces. So Alexandra, this beautiful quilt looks like it has a vintage collection of fabrics also. Can you tell us about this piece?
This piece is called The Portrait of my grandma's portrait. That's why also the old fabrics are being used. And even you see some tools from those times here that are used in the quilt, attached to the quilt. And my grandma was an exceptional hand worker, well, handicraft worker. She did a lot of sewing and crochet, also weaving.
So she taught you to quilt?
This blanket, what we see here, it really reminds me of the one I saw in my childhood. My grandma most likely had never in her mind that her portrait would someday be in England.
My babushka, my grandma, taught me to sew also.
We have very nice grandmas then.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Alexandra, thank you so much for showing us your beautiful quilts.
Thank you as well.
I hope to see you in Russia when I come to Moscow.
I do look forward to that.
Очень рада.